I'm gonna ood, which is untap, upkeep, draw.
I've never heard that before.
Sorry, what did you say? Ood?
No.
Babe, wake up, it's time to ood.
I will ood. Can't believe I'm saying this.
You're welcome.
Send oods.
I love ooding.
It was my brain going, how do I remember untap, upkeep, draw? And I was like, ood.
Ood.
So I ood.
Me, I'm a big ooder.
You're a big ooder? I only ood on Fridays. Sometimes Saturdays.
Yeah.
Very guilty. Little habit, you know?
Never the Sunday.
Never on Sunday. That's God's day. G'day friends and welcome back to Midnight Mana. Today, you are going to learn two very important lessons in Magic the Gathering. Number 1, never fly too close to the sun. And number 2, in a game where your opponent's sole goal is to kill you, you should probably fear the person that's being nice to you the most, because when you fall asleep, your kidney will definitely end up on the black market. Anywho, we have some excellent guests on today that may or may not learn those lessons sooner rather than later. Let's have a look who they are. First up, we have PieByPie, who is a content creator, Twitch partner, cosplay extraordinaire, and is also playing a group hug deck today, so you should probably keep an eye on her. Next up, we have TamsinWood, who is also a content creator, a Twitch partner, and the owner of the world's coolest cat. His name is Panther, and I would adopt him immediately. She's here to goif everywhere today. And finally, we have Chillybin, one half of the Casual Compliance podcast, which is an excellent show that is all about MTG, Commander, and its ban list. So if you want to learn all things MTG, definitely go check out Casual Compliance. Now, let's have a look at what decks these guys are playing.
I am PieByPie, most normally referred to as Pie. I'm playing Mrs. Bumbleflower from the Bloomburrow set. It's a pre-con, it's been upgraded, and it mostly looks to give everybody card draw, but me most of all. Eventually, once I get all the cards that I've ever wanted in my entire life, and some people get perks out of that, I might be able to whack everyone to death.
Group hug until it's not.
Hello, I am Tamsin. Today I am playing Deezer the Reckless. She is the first pre-con that I've upgraded. Not the best way to upgrade it, but I did do it. And essentially, she works with Lurgoyfs or Goyfs or Goyfy boys that I like to call them. And I'm trying to essentially mill a heap of Goyfs to bring them back onto the battlefield without paying for them.
Goyfs and tax evasion, perfect. And you?
Me.
And you?
Hi, I'm Mike, or Chillybin. Today I am playing Treebeard, Gracious Host. I'm gonna make a bunch of food, gain a bunch of life, make a bunch of tree folk and halflings very big and hard to deal with.
Fair enough, yeah. Today we're playing Etrata, Deadly Fugitive. This is a assassin tribal deck that is much more interested in being greedy than actually killing the target. It's very not assassin-like. The goal will be to hit my opponents with assassins and then run their pockets and use their own stuff to kill them. So basically, I'm going to home invasion without a weapon as an assassin, steal someone's frying pan, kill them with their frying pan.
I have a frying pan in this deck.
I'm going for it. if I draw a frying pan. Let's roll off. Let's see who goes first.
All right. Roll off the table.
17.
I got 19.
Yeah.
All right, Tamsin's first.
It's all foregone.
Now, excuse me while I fish for a D20 under the table.
Okay, I'm drawing for turn, and I am going to play Savage Lands, entered tapped, and pass my turn.
All right. I will also draw for turn. What an idea. I'm gonna play this lovely plains that looks like a forest, and then pass.
It's very deceptive. I will draw. I will start off with a swamp and pass turn.
Play Razorverge Thicket, which enters tapped unless you control 2 or fewer other lands. Doesn't help me because I don't have a 1-drop, so pass my turn.
I'm gonna ood, which is untap, upkeep, draw.
I've never heard that before.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I'm playing Underground Mortuary. I can surveil 1. I'm going to put it back there.
She likes what she saw.
I think I do, and then I will move to my end step and pass my turn.
I will ood. I will also ood.
I had a 1-drop, I'm an idiot.
All right, I'm gonna play this forest that also looks like a forest, and then play this Sylvan Library. At the beginning of your draw step, you may draw 2 additional cards. If you do, choose 2 cards in your hand drawn this turn. For each of those cards, pay 4 life or put it back. They say life is a resource. I'm here to gain it and spend it.
Yep.
That'll be turn.
That's a big bank account you've got. Play an island, and you know how I definitely didn't have a 1-drop at the start? I'm gonna tap 2, I'm gonna Arcane Signet.
Wow.
And then I'm gonna tap the Arcane Signet. I definitely didn't have this in my opening hand. An Assassin Initiate. He's a 1/1, I can pay 1 and he can gain Death Touch, Flying, or Lifelink until the end of turn. And that's it.
I am gonna ood.
You're gonna...
Babe, wake up, it's time to ood.
It was my brain going, how do I remember untap, upkeep, draw? And I was like, ood.
Ood.
So I ood.
Anyway, I'm going to play Lush Portico. It enters the battlefield tapped. Surveil 1. I think it needs to stay there. But yeah, I passed my turn.
I'm going to ood, which is untap, upkeep.
Trying really hard not to want to say it again. Send oods.
Send oods. Oh no.
I'm going to play Evolving Winds.
Winds.
Winds?
Interesting.
Wilds.
Wilds.
The wilds have evolved into winds.
Glad that one's staying in. Play Fast Seek. So I'm going to search my library for a plains, island, or swamp. I'm going to do this and then move to my end step and pass my turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I'm going to draw a total of 3 cards.
He didn't ood.
Put them back on top.
Life is a resource that you don't have to spend.
Don't have to.
Yeah.
No. I'm going to play another plains. And then there's this decanter of endless water for 3. I have no maximum hand size and I can tap it for a mana.
All right.
That'll be turn.
Yeah. I will ood. Can't believe I'm saying this.
You're welcome.
Part of the problem now.
I am part of the problem.
Maybe it's going to help other people on how to remember.
We're gonna invest in our next turns. I'm gonna play this Inundated Archive, entering tapped, unfortunately. Still have 3 mana though, so I guess we will begin the running of pockets. We're gonna go ahead and put Etrata into the battlefield. Etrata is a 1/4 Death Toucher. Face down creatures you control have pay 2 and Demir. Turn this creature face up. If you can't exile it, then you may cast the exiled card without paying its mana cost. And more importantly, whenever an assassin you control deals combat damage to a player, cloak the top card of that player's library. Okay, so I'm gonna move to combat because I can't do much else, and I think I'm gonna swing 1 at you.
All right, so just 1?
Just 1.
Oh, we'll take 1.
All right, and with that, Etrata will trigger, and I will cloak the top card of your library
Here you are.
as a face down 2/2.
That you
I'm now gonna look at.
That you can look at, yeah.
Wow, riveting stuff. All right, your go, Pie.
I'm trying to remember what I put on top.
Oh yeah, you know what it is.
I have the ability to.
I forgot, you know what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm going to play Yavimaya Coast. Just given the state of this,
Yeah.
I'd like to propose a tenuous truce. So tenuous truce is an enchantment aura, enchant opponent. At the beginning of enchanted opponent's end step, you and that player each draw a card. When you attack enchanted opponent or planeswalker they control when they attack you, or a planeswalker you control, sacrifice tenuous truce. So in order for this truce to apply, I propose that you don't cloak my shit.
I'll think about it.
You get a card out of this.
I do. I get a card if I hit you too. So technically, I go 1
Yeah.
for 1.
How do I tempt you more?
You can give me some cards later. You know.
Okay.
All right. I won't hit you this turn.
I now am
Gonna run out of pockets so fast.
You're gonna what?
Nothing.
I'm gonna break this truce.
In your end step,
Yeah.
I'm going to tap Evolving Wine.
I should have made a truce with Tamsin.
Wines. Okay, it's now Evolving Wines.
How many have you had?
Rolling winds, wilds, wines. Damn. I
Yeah.
I'm going to untap, upkeep, draw.
think it's a decent
Red.
time.
These is now coming into play. So just as a reminder, whenever a Lurgoyf permanent card is put into your graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, put it onto the battlefield, aka if I mill or other things. Whenever one or more creatures you control deals combat damage to a player, create a Tarmogoyf token. Then I will move to my end step and pass my turn.
Disa is always a problem.
Yeah.
Always.
I'm gonna oodidid.
You're gonna oodidid? I stole one of those.
Yeah, no. I remember what it was now.
Do you?
Yeah.
Damn.
2 back.
You're just stuffing lands on the top.
You have one way to find out.
2 ways.
It feels like I'm asking you to attack me.
You really are asking me to.
I don't want that.
Why?
I'm going to play a Plains, and then I'm going to join the commander party. I'm going to cast Treebeard, Gracious Host. It's a 0/5 trample, ward 2. When it enters, I create 2 food tokens, which I'll do in a moment. Whenever you gain life, put that many +1/+1 counters on target halfling or tree folk. Cast this cleric class. If I would gain life, I gain that much +1. Whenever I gain life at level 2, put a +1 counter on a target creature. Level 3 is something about returning creatures from my graveyard that I've almost never done with this.
Okay, all right. Yep, life gain stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Then I'll pass the turn.
All right, that's kind of scary. I will.
I haven't even begun to gain life.
Yeah, untap, upkeep, draw. I don't want to hit you anymore.
Don't hit me.
Should really run your pockets, but you gave me a truce, so I won't. I'm gonna play a swamp turn.
You made a deal.
I did make a deal, unfortunately. Yeah, okay. Atrada's going at Tamsin, and this lovely 1/1 assassin initiate with no other keywords currently is going at you. I don't know why I'm hitting you. You know what you're gonna get. I know. Actually, they're both going at Tamsin.
I'm gonna take the 2.
One of those is commander damage.
Don't think it's ever gonna matter. It has
It
one.
might. You just never know.
You never know, I guess.
You might do that
All right,
20
so
more times.
I'm going to cloak the top 2 cards of your library. You'll never know what they are. Maybe commander damage will matter.
I know what that is.
You know what this is. All right, so these are both going to enter the battlefield as face down 2/2s. Apparently, I'm getting quite a little board state going here. I'm going to cast Lightning Greaves.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Currently, I don't think anyone can stop me putting them on Etrada if I wanted to, but I'm going to do something that's more interesting. I'm going to pay 3. Play a Royal Assassin. Royal Assassin is a 1/1 that taps, destroy target tapped creature, I should say. And I'm going to attempt to put the booties on the Royal Assassin. Can't be targeted by anyone, including me. Yep, that'll be that.
I'm gonna play a forest. Ms. Bumbleflower enters the battlefield. She is a rabbit citizen, legendary creature with vigilance. Whenever you cast a spell, target opponent draws a card. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It gains flying until end of turn. If this is the second time this ability has resolved this turn, you draw 2 cards. We forgot to draw.
Oh, yes. On end step, we will both draw a card, I believe.
On your end step, we draw a card.
Missing triggers already.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That is a card.
I passed my turn.
Ooding.
I love ooding.
Me, I'm a big Ooder.
You're a big Udo. I only Udo on Fridays. Sometimes Saturdays.
Yeah.
Very guilty.
But
thing will happen, you know?
never the Sunday.
Never on Sunday.
I'm just going to play Overgrown Tomb.
That's God's day.
The aggressive whisper. Don't you forget it.
Play land in response. Threaten the wrath of God.
I am going to move to main step and pass my turn.
Ooh. I cannot give you this.
Why not? Come on, give it to me.
No, I'm going to pay the 8 life this time.
I'm going to make you pay your entire life just so you don't give me
I'm keeping all of those. You get nothing.
Okay.
Here's a forest. And I'm going to decide what X is real quick. Full send.
Respect.
Yeah. So that's going to be X is 4. When Farmer Cotton enters the battlefield, create X 4 1/1 white halfling creature tokens and X food tokens.
Oh, you don't know what's on the top of your library for once.
I don't. And I
Wow.
was about to do something that would shuffle my entire deck, and that would have been fun.
Well, you don't want to go to combat?
My 0/5? No.
In your end step,
Okay.
I am going to do something. Beast within this one.
Oh, Atrado?
Yes. So
Not the lightning greaves?
I'll get rid of the lightning greaves then.
All right.
Thank you for
goodbye,
that.
lightning greaves. Would you like to draw me a beast?
Oh yes, I can do that.
All right. You done?
Yeah, I'm done. That was all my end step.
Oh, yeah, true. That was your end step. Untap, upkeep, ood.
This looks like a mouse with a...
What is that? I love
a
it.
beast.
I don't want any more detail. Give me that.
Wait, you want power
give it a 3/3.
That's perfect.
Thank you very much for this very angry potato. It's perfect. Okay, my turn now.
Yes.
I will do the thing. All right. I'm gonna do the thing where I send Etrada at you, 1/4 death touch, and this very relaxing 1/1 at you. Doesn't do anything in particular.
I take the damage.
Then I will declare no blockers, and I will take a 1 damage.
That's what I thought. All right. Etrada will trigger. I will cloak one of each of your libraries.
Mine as well.
Come on.
You didn't get hit.
Just,
No, I didn't. Okay,
just
that's what
pie.
I was...
I believe Tenuous Truce will be broken.
Tenuous truth is now sacrificed.
Before my end step, I'm gonna pay 4. I'm going to reveal Cameo, Field Researcher.
I fucking hate you.
Yeah, all right, so it's a Planeswalker, comes in with 4 loyalty, +1, choose up to 2 target creature until your next turn. Whenever either of those cards deal combat damage, draw a card. -2, tap up to 2 target non-land permanents. They don't untap during their controller's next untap step.
I know what's coming next.
Or -7, draw 3 cards and I get an emblem saying I may cast spells from my hand without paying their mana cost. That's pretty funny. I will -2 it. I will tap, let's say, just Disa. That's it.
What is that?
It's a bobbity.
Deeza's having a boba tea.
She's gonna be offline next turn.
All right, well, you're gonna buy.
I play out of card wastes.
I stole one card from Pie, and she's like, "That's it. This is."
You stole one card and broke a truce.
I did break
Let's
truce.
not forget.
Yeah, and played her card.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna play Triska Kaide Kafe Other.
That was the most perfect pronunciation
Yeah.
of Triskaidekaphile I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Okay, so Triska Decaphile does, you have no maximum hand size. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have exactly 13 cards in your hand, you win the game. And for 3 cost plus a blue, you can draw a card. That's the first trigger of Mrs. Bumbleflower, so I'm gonna give Mrs. Bumbleflower +1/+1. Those two to play Queen. Where each player may draw a card, and then each player who drew a card in this way gains 1 life. And I'll just let somebody else draw, which will be you.
Thank you.
Give the +1/+1 with flying to Triska Decaphile, and I draw 2 cards. Intriguing. I actually cannot do anything else for the rest of this turn, so pass.
Thank you. So I'm going to untap, upkeep, draw.
Yeah, so bubble tea breaks over.
Yeah, but has that post bubble tea nap?
Yeah, she's still napping. I'm gonna play Canyon Slough, tapped. I'm then also going to play Coram the Undertaker. So he gets +X+O, where X is the greatest power amongst creature cards in all graveyards. Whenever he attacks, each player mills a card. During each of your turns, you may play a land and cast a spell from among cards in graveyards that were put there from all libraries.
Now who's stealing cards?
Get creatures in graveyards?
Nothing.
Is that
Currently none.
Damn.
Do you have any?
No.
He's a 0-5, I guess.
Hell yeah. Join the 0-5 gang.
okay.
True,
That's
0-5
okay.
game.
That's okay. Move to my end step and pass my turn.
Ooh, did. So I'm gonna draw my 2.
Give him to me. It's funny that you have to consider that now. It's
Yeah.
like, Sylvan Library life, and also, do you want me to have
There's no way I'm giving you these.
Why?
I'm gonna pay 8 life.
I'm just going to have you die.
Yeah, I know.
Sylvan Library.
And then I'll draw my actual card for turn. Let's start with a forest. Then I'm just gonna make a little room here. Because what I'm gonna play is Alhammaret's Archive. It's a legendary artifact. If you would gain life, you gain twice that much instead. If you would draw a card except the first one you draw in each of your draw steps, draw 2 cards instead.
That's extra money for Bumbleflower.
Especially with the Sylvan Library.
True. Yeah.
Pretty handy.
That's great.
Yeah. And then I think I will just... Yeah, I'm getting a little hungry. It's time to just get rid of a food. So I'm going to gain 3, which is increased to 4, which is then double to 8 life.
Yep, okay. That's Sylvan Library, so
And then
not
I will get a Treebeard trigger. I will be putting 8 +1 counters on a single tree folk or halfling. It's going to be Treebeard.
That's a large tree.
It's now an 8/13.
You have left the 0-5 game.
I have, after setting it up so well. And then, because I don't want to tap a damn thing,
Oh,
I'm going to pass.
It's been a very lovely, nice Royal Assassin that on end step could kill Tamsin's commander, but it's not going to, because I would like Tamsin to enjoy Magic the Gathering for now. I will draw after ooting. First things first, we're going to +1 Tamio up to 3 loyalty. Choose 2 target creatures until your next turn. Whenever either of those creatures deal combat damage, draw a card. I think I will chuck that on Etrada and the Assassin Initiate. The Assassin Initiate, yes. All right, I will move to combat, and before combat, we will pay 1 to give the Assassin Initiate flying.
Yeah.
Your library is juicy, so the Assassin Initiate is coming at you in the air. Etrada is going at you, Tamsin. 1/4 Death Touch.
I'm gonna pay 1 white to play Path to Exile and remove the Etrada.
Plan's tempting, but my command is better, so I'm going to pay 2 and negate it. So counter target non-creature spell.
I tried.
You did.
You tried.
I mean, you also got that out of his hand.
You did get a counter spell out of my hand. It's worth doing. Any blockers?
No, I will take the damage that I've conveniently already taken.
Okay, yes.
Same here.
All right.
You anticipated it.
I did.
Yeah.
I saw into the
I
future.
saw a counter spell and I was like, I'm taking one.
All right, I will cloak these. I will remember what they are. Yes, okay. And ironically, I have a blood
How much are you destroying my land base at this point?
What color is your sleeves? Yellow.
I'm worried.
A little bit.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I also have the Tamio trigger on both of these, so I'll draw 2 cards as well. And we will go to Pie's turn.
I untap. Okay, I'm gonna play Fairy Mastermind. Fairy Mastermind is a creature, fairy rogue, flash, flying, and whenever an opponent draws their second card each turn, you draw a card. That's my first spell. I'm going to give Mrs. Bumbleflower, I think, +3. She's getting big. And yeah, draw your card.
I will draw 2 cards, thanks to our Hermit's Archive. So you'll get a Fairy Mastermind trigger.
Fairy Mastermind will say 2 and draw.
Okay, cool. They're tapping for colorless, and I'm just gonna play Arcane Signet. Queen can have +1 with flying.
I don't think I've ever seen Queen attack.
Fine. Well,
No, by all means, go for it.
No, I'm gonna give it to Triska File.
Oh, we need to be careful about that.
The 13 cards.
Yeah, because you can actually draw a lot of cards
Yeah.
right now. She could win with Triskaidekafile. I didn't even think about that. Bumble does fly and is large.
So
around the Royal
I
Assassin.
will be swinging her at you.
Yep, I will take 4 command
I
damage.
need
Finally.
Finally.
Someone's doing something about you.
I'm not healthy, I have the squatch. Can I steal some of your life gain stuff now?
No.
Damn.
So I pass my turn.
I'm gonna Ood.
Yeah.
Ood.
Untapped
yes,
Deeza now too.
Deeza, she's
Yeah.
free. Free.
back, yeah.
She's full of bubble tea.
The Royal Assassin was very merciful.
Play this bad boy tapped, so I don't have to take 2 life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to play Lumra. She has vigilance and reach, and so when her power and toughness are equal to the number of lands I control, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So when she enters, I mill 4 cards and then return all land cards from my graveyard to the battlefield tapped.
Lance. Nope.
Nope.
Lance. Nope. Lance.
Revealing a Chandra's
Very
aggression.
happy that's not.
Oh, fudge.
0 lands.
Wow, yeah.
And it wasn't even any Goyfs either.
And Zeatora and a Planeswalker.
Thankfully, I do have Evolving.
Evolving Wilds re-enters.
Oh, hey, on a good note, you did mill creatures, therefore Quorum has power now.
Oh, I do. That's what I was just.
Zeatora
Yes.
is a 6/6, I believe.
I'm going to move to combat. I'm going to swing a Quorum at you, so it's a 6/5.
With an attack trigger, so everyone will mill 1 card.
So attack trigger is each player mills a card. I'm also a player.
I will mill a Strix Serenade.
I have a Meriadoc,
I
Brandy
mill
Buck.
Lauren of the Third Path.
Another counterspell gone.
Well, I can at least bring my land back because it says I can play a land and cast a spell, but that's only 2 and that's 3, so I don't think I can. I wouldn't mind just another creature.
Just another little guy.
Whenever 1 or more halflings you control attack a player, create a food token. And yes, I was declaring my attacker, my 6/5, at you.
I'll block with Miss Bumbleflower.
Yeah, Bumbleflower's butt is large enough to withstand that.
Yeah.
I was going to say pounding, I shouldn't say that.
No.
I will not say that.
And then I'll move to my end step and pass my turn.
Untap. Now I get to do this fun combination, which is draw 5 cards.
So you're going
I'm
to...
gonna, yeah.
So
Every card except the first one I draw 2, so that's 1 and then 2 twice.
Yep,
You'll
so-
get a Fairy Mastermind trigger.
1, 2, trigger.
God. And then I will put these 2 back. Draw 5.
Put lands on top.
Draw 5, put 2 back, don't worry about it. I will play this Yavimaya Cradle of Growth, otherwise known as Fangorn Forest. Each land is a forest in addition to its other types. Drawing so many cards now presents a unique challenge, which is, I forget what my plan was. I think I will start with this Great Henge for 2 green.
That's terrifying.
It costs X less to cast, where X is the greatest power among creatures I control, so the 8 makes the 7 0. I can tap it for 2 green and gain 2 life. And whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under my control, I put a +1 counter on it and draw a card.
Well, that's scary.
It's a mana rock. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Play Fangorn Tree Shepherd. I'll get to that in a minute because I'm going to tap that for 2 green, gain 2 life, which becomes 3, which becomes 6.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm going to put the rest of them on bloody Treebeard, isn't it? So he's going to go to a 14-19. Fangorn Tree Shepherd is a 4-10 tree folk. That says tree folk you control have vigilance.
That's wild.
Whenever one or more tree folk you control attack, add twice that much green mana. And I don't lose unspent green mana as steps and phases end.
That's wild.
It's a lot. It's a lot of meat for 7 mana.
That's a lot of meat. Would you like to move to combat?
I certainly would.
All right, before we do that, I am going to pay 3 and Withering Torment the Tree Shepherd.
This one?
Yeah.
What?
Going to attempt to destroy it.
Green-white, not known for its counter spells. But I will do this, which is to Path of Exile the Royal Assassin.
I respect that. That'll happen.
Bye-bye, Fangorn. It was brief.
Oh, you Path to Exile the Assassin. It will be exiled. Goodbye.
I'm just going to pass the turn. I'm not willing to risk it.
That intimidating, huh?
Yeah. It's more that I don't trust my own defenses.
I will draw for turn. I love that you opted not to tap all of your stuff because you're worried about your defenses. I'm going to cast Assassin's Gauntlet. When it enters the battlefield, attach it to a target creature you control. I will put that on the Assassin Initiate. It gets 1/1, and more importantly, tap all creatures your target opponent controls. I'm glad you didn't tap them, but I'm going to tap them.
Damn.
All right.
And the other bit of the card is when it deals combat damage to a player, I may draw a card, discard a card.
Defenses, gone. Problem solved.
I mean, that'll make me defenseless against that. And that's kind of worrying. All right, I think I'll leave 4 mana up in case I get something juicy. You currently have no blockers, so both are coming at you.
How much damage?
2, 3.
1 commander?
Yeah. Couple triggers. When it deals combat damage, I will discard a swamp. I will draw a card.
And you get 2 cloaks.
And now I will cloak 2 of your lands. Do you know what these are?
Yeah.
You said it. In the interest of not copying a huge tree, I'm going to down tick Tamio. I'm going to tap this, keep it tapped for a turn.
Yeah, seems good.
And I think I'll do the same
Do you want to give it some
for
Boba?
the wolf, not Disa. I'll let Disa do her thing.
The bear is now going on a boba tea break.
I was going to use it.
Yeah, I bet.
I do have a strawberry daiquiri.
Yeah, that seems like what Treebeard would have.
Treebeard's a fan of strawberry daiquiris.
Fancy.
All right, with that, I will pass the turn with 4 mana open.
Okay, so I play planes. I am going to play Polywog Prodigy.
Frog.
So that triggers Ms. Bubbleflower, who's gonna get bigger. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell with mana value less than Polywog Prodigy's power, draw a card. Also, it has Evolve.
Actually really scared of Triskaidekaphile now. That's a lot of card draw going on.
Yeah.
Oh no. It's on upkeep as well, right?
Yes.
Oh.
And I'm over here just feeding into it.
These guys are tapping for colorless. These are tapping for planes. And I'm bringing out Heliod the Radiant Dawn.
Oh boy.
So when Heliod the Radiant Dawn enters the battlefield, return target enchantment card that isn't a god from your graveyard to your hand. The only one that applies to is
Tenuous truce.
which is not that valuable. But maybe there's someone else I can truce with later.
Probably should.
Okay, we'll get to 1/1 counter. I'm going to use Bumbleflower to boost your counter to 2.
And you draw 2.
Yep,
Is important with Triskaidekaphile there.
How many cards have you
How many cards in hand?
8. So I'm going to swing at Tamsin just because you have the most health.
got?
5 commander damage to the dome.
Yep.
Yum.
That's my combat, and I think I don't have anything else I can do. So pass my turn.
I'm drawing for turn.
Yep.
Tap Queen, who allows everybody to draw a card if they wish to end game 1 life.
I will. I have no qualms.
I will not. Maybe keep that hand size down.
I will gain 1 life.
Yeah, I won't either.
Yeah, that would have been 2 cards and 4 life, but I don't want a Triskaidekaphile to go off here.
I'm going to play Taurian Mauler. So it's a changeling, and whenever an opponent plays a spell, I may put a 1/1 counter on Taurian Mauler. Then going to move to combat. I'm really sorry. Because you don't have anything.
No, I really don't.
No.
That's the right place to swing.
I'm going to swing both.
I'm going to mill trigger. Everyone will mill a card. Oh, no, Basim.
My Goyf is going to come back.
Rosie
I
Cotton
lost
of
a
South
frog.
Lane, if you'd like a food token.
I lost Spore Frog, who sacrificed. Hang on. Let me finish saying it.
She's done casting that one.
Okay, she's casting that
You
one.
read it
You
then.
can read it.
Sacrifice Spore Frog. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn.
It's a real treat.
Because I did mill my Pyrogoyf, he's come back. Its power is equal to the number of card types amongst cards in all graveyards, +1. Whenever the Goyf enters the battlefield under my control, this creature does damage equal to its power to any target. So I'm going to do 7. I'm just going to get rid of a Trotter. We'll do 7 damage to Trotter.
In response to that trigger, I'm gonna Cyber Conversion Deesa. So it's gonna turn target creature face down.
Oh my god.
And it'll be a 2/2 Cyberman artifact creature.
In response,
Oh.
Oh, you thought you were the only one.
I'm going to play Tempt with Mayhem,
Oh.
which has got a tempting offer. So I'm going to choose that target instant or sorcery spell.
All right, well, I'm gonna respond to that and counter it. And I am gonna gift a card. Would you like a card, sir?
That'll give me 2, which gives
know.
Pie 1.
You didn't have a choice, so
Okay, well,
have a card.
I'm drawing 2.
Yeah.
Pie draw 1.
That's
this-
a 10, in
that would
case
actually
anybody was going to
count
ask.
this.
10.
Okay, so that doesn't
I have
happen.
cast 2 spells, so you will get 2 Taurian Maul triggers.
Thank you.
I feed the Triskaidekaphile because it's fun.
So that's happened before she's...
Before she's hitting it, so there won't be an army of Pyrogoyfs that all come in with
Honestly,
aura.
goated.
So she's a 2/2 artifact.
2/2 Cyberman artifact, yeah. A Trotter died from Pyrogoyf, it'll go over to command zone.
Does a 2/2 still come in at you then?
Yeah.
Yep, I guess so. So 6, 5, and a 2.
Nothing else before I say no blocks and take 8.
That is it. Do I get these back ever?
If it dies. Right now you've got a lovely Cyberman.
Do you want to draw a Cyberman?
The hell do Cybermen look like?
Card. Doesn't the card show you?
There you go, you've got Chunky Bender instead of Deesa. Bam.
And then I will move to main step.
I could actually give Pie the game.
Did I trigger Polywogs?
Oh yeah, I cast a 2 mana and a 2 mana, triggering Polywog twice. Oh no. Uh-oh, I didn't think about that.
Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell with a mana value less than Polywog Prodigy's power, draw a card. Okay.
That's 12 cards
That's
in hand.
12.
Oh, and you're gonna give it a... Oh no!
You just have to make her draw more.
True.
Do you have a way to draw 2 cards in your turn?
True.
It has to be exactly 13.
Good point,
Remember that.
Yeah, okay.
And my turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
This now is off break.
Strawberry Daiquiri is finished, but he's recovering.
Yes. Now entering nap time. I'm gonna draw my 5. You can get 1.
Can't even steal them anymore.
God, what 2 am I putting back? Those 2 will go back, so I will not take any life cost. All right, first things first, I'm gonna cast Samwise Gamgee by tapping this for 2 green. So again, 2, 3, 6 life. Put 6 on this, so it's now a 20, 25. I had a non-token creature enter, so because of the Great Henge, I can put a +1/+1 counter on it and draw a card. Samwise is a 3/3. Let's see, I'm gonna start by sacrificing 3 foods to Samwise Gamgee to put Fangorn Tree Shepherd back in my hand
Ah, he's back again.
as a legendary creature.
God damn it.
Let's just more. Triskaidekaphile is killing me. I will just pass the turn.
E the T. All right. I will ood. I will ood. All right, interesting. I will tap for 4, and I'm gonna play a card that will draw me more cards because I am a degenerate. Massacre Girl, known killer. 4/4 menace. Creatures you control have wither. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, if its toughness was less than 1, draw a card. Oh, I have to make you draw a card, don't I? Otherwise you'll win. Oh yeah, all right. I'm gonna uptick Tamio, targeting the Assassin Initiate, and I don't know, one of these, no. The Beast.
What's the beast doing?
Going to war. I don't know against who, because he's not getting through. So importantly, these 2 target creatures, if they deal combat damage, I will draw a card. Which I frankly need to do, or Pie will win. So,
Do you want to hit me?
yeah, I'm gonna swing this 1/1 at you. I'm not gonna pay to give it flying or lifelink or death touch or anything, because I think it's actually in your interest to let it hit you. I'm also gonna swing the Beast. at you because why not?
Total of 4.
And all your lands. Have some lands too.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know if they're all
Don't
lands.
forget the other land.
Yeah. The other land too. Yeah. Let me double check these are all lands. Hang on. Okay, you know what? This one's not attacking.
Okay.
These 4 definitely not
So
lands.
it's 8 total from those 4,
so
plus
fucking
another
funny
4,
if
so
they're not
12. So I'll say no blockers, but before damage, I'm going to play Predator's Rapport.
Yep.
It says choose target creature you control. Choosing Treebeard. You gain life equal to its power plus its toughness, which is 45 life.
Can anyone stop that, or is it just he's gaining?
And then I'm going to put 45 counters on a tree folk or a halfling.
Oh dear.
Just for the sake of balance, I'm going to put them on Farmer Cotton.
Farmer Cotton is huge.
And then I'll take, what was it, 12?
I believe it's 12. That's very negligible now, I feel. Very unfortunate. I will have a lovely trigger where I now will draw a card for the beast. And the assassin is hitting. I will discard a Merciless Harlequin. I will draw 2, and the Fairy Mastermind will trigger. I'll move to my second main faith, paying 3. Lydia Fry. Lydia Fry can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater. At the beginning of my end step, surveil X, where X is the number of tapped assassins I control. I'm going to move to my end step.
Cards in hand as we move to Fizz's end step.
How many cards?
14.
All right, so Lydia Fire will see 1 assassin tapped. I will surveil 1. I will leave that on top.
I think because it's untapped then upkeep. So it is possible for this to happen.
Oh, yes, it
So
is.
in your end step, I'm going to play Stew the Conies. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control.
Okay.
So I'm going to have Farmer Cotton deal 45 damage to Triska Decafile.
All right.
just to be safe.
All right, I will draw a card.
Farmer Cotton is ridiculous.
So that's 2 colorless and 1 green to play Rishka, the Pima Renegade. When Rishka Pima Renegade enters, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. Each creature you control with a counter on it has add 1 forest. All right, that means I've got access to a lot more mana than I thought I did. So that triggers Mrs. Bumbleflower, who's now a 5/5 with flying.
Someone draws a card too.
I think Tamsin.
Thanks.
Everybody else keeps messing with me.
I haven't done anything to you for a long time.
I think we're on the shit list
We're
at
on
this
the shit
point.
list.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tap those 2 for planes and Fairy Mastermind coin. Colorless, and Heliod is going to transform. Heliod, the Warped Eclipse enters, and you may cast spells as though they had flash. Spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each card your opponents have drawn this turn.
Oh no.
Oh, well, they're going to be real cheap on his turn.
At least the cost reduction of 5 on my turn.
Play Selvala, Explorer returned. Parlay, each player reveals the top card of their library for each non-land card revealed. That way add a forest and you gain 1 life. Then each player draws a card. I'm going to give a counter to Heliod.
Heliod, scary.
The 5/7.
I would go for the person that has the most amount of health.
I would too.
Yeah,
I would
but
3.
you have like so much.
I can't block.
What?
None of this has flying.
No flying.
Oh, right. So I'll move to combat and declare both of them as attackers. 11 damage coming at you with flying.
So 6 commander, and then 5 on top of that. There you go.
Still at 52.
So I can pass my turn and you guys can...
I'm going to sacrifice Evolving Winds in your end step.
Wind, it's back.
Wind's back. They've evolved one from lions to winds.
And move to my turn. We're going to untap 1, 2. So that's 4. So I'm going to play Lugoif. So it's equal to number of all creature cards in graveyards, so it's 5. So because a Goyf has entered the battlefield, it's going to trigger Pyro, so I'm going to do 5 damage. I think I'm going to do the 5 to this.
Goodbye, Tamio.
Tap for another 2. I'm going to play Rampant Growth, which allows me to search my library for a basic land card and put it into the battlefield tapped. I am then going to move to combat. Well, I'm going to declare my attackers and then I'm going to go at you, Phizzi. So we're at 1, 2, 3. You have 5 blockers. 5. So, attack trigger. So everyone mills a card.
I will mill an island.
Blossoming
Another
Sands.
plane.
It's a land.
All lands.
This does now tick up to 6.
Married up. We'll get you a food as well.
All right, so you've sent how many creatures out?
Okay. So I sent 5 at you.
Do any of them have trample?
Not at this point in time.
I'm going to throw Massacre Girl in front of the 2/2, 2 in front of the 2 big ones, and not block anything else. I will take 8. All right, so I'll take 8. These 2 will block. I will reveal a Mithril Coat, should have blocked something else. Oops.
Oh, yeah.
And
Mountain.
and a mountain. Oh, I will also draw a single card, because 1 creature died with toughness less than 1.
I will move to my end step and pass my turn.
Amazing. I'm going to untap Treebeard,
I'm scared of that.
among other things.
Oh dear.
Untap, upkeep, drawing 5.
I drew.
And I'm going to put 2 lands back on the top.
Thank you for announcing that.
Those 2 lands are just working their way down.
It's all right. Atrata hasn't been around for a bit, so.
Play this land for turn. Play Assemble the Entmoot.
Oh dear.
So I'm going to pay 4 for that. I'm going to gain 2 life off that, which becomes 6. Those are going to go on, would you believe it?
The tree.
Treebeard, which is now at 26 counters. So Assemble the Entmoot is an enchantment that says creatures you control have reach. That should help.
Should help, yeah.
And I can sacrifice it to create 3 tapped XX green tree folk creature tokens, where X is the amount of life I gained this turn. And I put a reach counter on each of them.
Yes.
So that's all right. I'm playing big spells only now. I'm going to play a card that I've had since my opening hand.
Oh, damn.
Aetherflux Reservoir.
Oh dear. That is problematic.
So there's an enchantment that says whenever you cast a spell, you gain 1 life for each spell you've cast this turn.
Yep.
And then it says, pay 50 life at instant speed. It deals 50 damage to target creature or player. So you had a gun on the table before with the Royal Assassin.
Yeah.
Now
you have the gun on the table.
Now it is my turn with the gun.
Yeah.
God, I could just go to combat, couldn't I?
Yeah,
I could.
definitely.
I could almost take a player out of the game.
Oh yeah.
You've got the Spore Frog. I feel like I want to force the Spore Frog.
The Spore Frog is going to have to go off at some
So I'm
point.
going to go to combat, and I'm going to send Treebeard at Tamsin.
I will sacrifice the frog.
At that point, I'll pass.
That's a very large tree you've got there. I will untap these.
I think you'll find the halfling is actually double the size of the tree.
I'm going to pay 2. I'm going to cast Mind Stone.
Yeah, that costs 2.
It does cost 2.
Check it
It is
out.
a non-creature. Polywog will like what Polywog sees. Pay 2 black. I'm going to Sign in Blood. Target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. So you're going to have a Fairy Mastermind trigger and also a Polywog Prodigy trigger. I will lose 2 life and draw 2 cards. I will pay a Swamp. I will sacrifice my Mind Stone. I will draw a card. A Pie, would you let me draw a card?
Ow.
By taking 1 damage.
Yeah.
I will move to combat and I will swing this Assassin Initiate at you. Oh, sorry, it's 2 damage. My apologies.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
What kind of deal is that?
I'm sorry. That was my bad. I will discard. I'm gonna say a Fell War Stone, and I will draw a card. Funk.
Is that what you wanted?
It would have been really good before combat. Sure. I'm gonna pay 1 Pie. Would you like another card? And I play Training Grounds. Activated abilities of creatures you control cost 2 less to activate. End the turn there. On my end step, Lydia Fire will see 1 tapped assassin. I will surveil. I don't know if we're ever going to cast that, but sure.
After you have drawn all your cards to reduce the cost through Heliod, I'm going to just play a Farseek sorcery. I'm going to look for an island. I play a land for turn. 3 colorless mana and 2 white to play a Sunscorch Regent. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, put a +1/1 counter on Sunscorch Regent and you gain 1 life. Mrs. Bumbleflower gets +6. Who really wants a card and has like a way to...
I just would like a card.
What you gonna do for me?
Depends on the card that I pick up.
Okay, yeah.
Yay.
Tamsin can draw Mind Stone. I'm gonna give more stuff counters. So Sunscorch Regent gets Ms. Bumbleflower's thing. I draw 2 cards. Phizzi can have a card. I will swing. Ms. Bumbleflower will swing.
Me. That is 7 commander damage.
I guess I pass my turn.
We're going to Ood.
There it is.
6, 7,
It's happening.
I'm scared.
8. Archon of Cruelty. When Archon enters the battlefield or attacks, target opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. discards a card, loses 3 life, and I draw a card and gain 3 life. I was going to target you, but then I thought, well, if you're just going to tokens, like I didn't think it was going to do much.
Working towards player removal is always an option.
Yeah.
When they maybe have an Aetherflux reservoir on the table.
All right.
Maybe.
Sorry, Archon will go at you.
Yep.
So you sacrifice a creature or
Yep.
planeswalker.
Sacrifice one little halfling.
You discard a card.
Let's get rid of a Cultivate.
You lose 3 life.
Bada bing.
I draw a card.
Fairy Master triggers.
And I gain 3 life. Yes, I can still play my land for 10. I'm also then going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Altar of Goyf. So whenever a creature I control attacks alone, it gets plus X until end of turn, where X is the number of card types amongst cards in all graveyards, which is currently 7. Goyf creatures I control have trample.
At least Disa is not seeing this.
God.
Disa's asleep currently.
So because you've drawn 2 cards, my spells cost 1 less for each of those cards. That's just the 1 planes that I'm gonna tap to play Generous Gift and destroy your altar.
I'm getting, what am I getting?
An elephant.
A 3/3 elephant.
Yep, you got Kindred in your graveyard now.
And these go up to 8.
You swing them at the lunatic with the Aetherflux reservoir, please.
Do you want to force an Aetherflux activation? Is that what you're going for? Put me on 5 life?
Do it, coward.
No mana, so we're gonna move to combat.
Yeah.
Well, I think if you don't die here, you Aetherflux someone in the face and then move to
Attack
beat
with
him down.
Treebeard, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't see how I can attack you in any way because I'll just lose whatever I attack you with.
I mean, these guys are only small.
Yeah, but this guy is really big.
You'll lose one thing.
I'm gonna send Foram and my 2/2 at you.
Okay.
Okay, so because he's on his attack trigger, we all mill a card.
Yeah.
I got a land.
I will mill a Brotherhood Regalia. Damn.
Ooh, that's a good card.
That is a good card.
I'll move to block the Cyberman with a halfling.
Yay.
Oh, it's a 1/1, so it doesn't die.
Oh shit.
And I will block the other one with the 46/46.
That's a good go. Triggers. I will draw 2 cards.
Pie, you would draw a Ferrin Mastermind for Fizz drawing 2.
I'm gonna play it. So I'm gonna play Prof's Eidetic Memory. When Prof's Eidetic Memory enters the battlefield, draw a card. You have no maximum hand size at the beginning of combat on your turn. If you've drawn more than 1 card this turn, put X/1/1 counters on target creature or you control, where X is the number of cards you've drawn this turn minus 1.
Yep, you'll have your second Bumblefire trigger.
Yeah, so I'm going to buff Polywog so that I can trigger him more. Draw 2 more cards. I'm gonna play Soul Ring.
So I've done my combat, I've moved to my end step, and then I've passed my turn.
On your end step, I'm just going to play an Entish Restoration for 3, sacrifice a land, and then to save me some reading, because I have a creature with power 4 or greater, I'm going to search my library for 3 lands that enter tapped and sacrifice that plains. 1 forest, 2 forest, 3 forest.
Polywog will see Entish.
I'm going to go to my turn. Oh boy. Okay, upkeep, draw 5.
Can I have your Fairy Mastermind trigger?
This might just be it. I'm gonna tap the Great Henge for 2 green, gaining 2, 3, 6 life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put, 6 on Samwise Gamgee.
Oh yeah.
So he's gonna be on 7, he's growing.
He's a growing boy.
He's getting there. Then I'm gonna play Last March of the Ents. Draw cards equal to the greatest toughness among creatures I control, which is 46. Then put any number of creature cards from my hand onto the battlefield. I'm gonna begin drawing 46.
I have a way to shut this down, but it would be a board wipe.
After that resolve, it's probably a great idea.
10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is now my library.
How many do you have?
I'll tell you.
If you can make him draw cards, he might
4.
actually die.
You have 4.
If you can make him draw 4 cards, he dies.
What do you mean?
He has 4 cards in his library right now.
But I'm gonna continue resolving Last March of the Ents because I have every creature card in my hand entering the battlefield.
Yep.
Peregrine Took, Kadama of the West Tree. Modified creatures have trample, etc.
Don't you draw extra cards if you draw a card?
Oh yeah, I've just decked myself.
You've just decked yourself. You just died.
Doubled it.
Straight
That's
up
actually
decked.
so dumb. Completely forgot about Alhammer.
Yeah, didn't you just draw like 200 cards?
Yeah, just decked myself out.
Oh Oh no.
That's so dumb.
Oh, well.
That's my whole library.
You know what? I'll just do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can leave that in.
Yeah.
I've played Magic long enough to...
And that's casual compliance, folks.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
I lose the 4 lands. Damn. Here you go.
Fuck, that's so dumb.
That's. We still have not had an end game yet with something ridiculous.
It's so rare that I win a game of Commander too.
That's so sad.
So dumb.
I will move to my turn because Chili, what? Did Icarus or too close to the sun?
I did a real dumb thing.
Too close to the sun, brother. So I'm gonna go 1 blue and a black. I'm gonna go 5 in total. We're gonna replay Trada. Trada enters.
Look at it this way. The biggest threat just left the game.
I would like to say I'm gonna pay 4. Probably really dumb, but I would like things to happen. I'm gonna cast Leyline of Transformation. I'm going to name Assassin. Creatures you control are the chosen type in addition to their other types. The same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards that you own that are not on the battlefield. I think we will swing out at Tamsin with all the stuff. 15, 17. They are all assassins. This has menace. Oh, and this cannot be blocked by creatures with power greater than 3. That'll resolve. These will die. I'll give you the beast back. There you go. I will also give you your Reaver Cleaver and a Grave Shifter. I will then steal 2 cards. All right, I'll draw 2 cards from Massacre Girl Known Killer. And with that, I believe I will end the turn.
Okay, so I'm going to play Frantic Search for 1 blue. Yep. Draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards, untap up to 3 lands. You may draw, Tamsin. So now I'm going to untap my lands. I'm going to play Mutational Advantage. Permanents you control with counters on them gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn.
See what you're doing here. Before that resolves, I'm gonna Flare of Denial it. So if you want a board wipe, it's gonna cost you at least.
Yeah, I can't do it.
You can probably just fucking kill me, to be fair.
Okay, well, I guess we move to my turn.
Ood.
There it is.
Oop, there it is.
Ood, there it is.
That's what I meant.
Ood, there it is.
I haven't ooded in a while.
You guys are never gonna forget the ood now.
Probably not.
I'm gonna play Temple of Plenty to scry 1.
Yeah, you only need to get 2 more spells and hit Tamsin, and Tamsin's done. And then the rest at me, and I'm probably pretty cooked too.
I guess we'll play Monkless Horde. That goes up to 8. Play Broken Wings, the instant to destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying.
So this will die.
So that puts her up to 9.
Basically, I will die. So all you need to do
Yep,
now
swing everything
is
in my face.
Swing everything with Phizzi at Phizzi. Phizzi's only got 3 blockers.
3 blockers, yeah. Can't block any flyers.
Because so every time that she plays a spell, something else is going to get a counter and get flying. Yep.
So I'm going to play Sheltered by Ghosts. Enchant creature you control. When Sheltered by Ghosts enters, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until Sheltered by Ghosts leaves the battlefield. Enchanted creature gets +1/+0 and has lifelink and ward. So I'm going to put that on Heliod, I think. I'm going to use that opportunity to also give it +2 from Bumbleflower. The other thing that I'm going to do is play Riot Control. I gain 1 life for each creature your opponents control, prevent all damage that would be dealt to you this turn.
Just to go back above it before she absolutely murders us.
Pollywog is now a +4 with flying, so
And
flying.
it flies. Yep, pretty good.
Peerless Recycling. I'm just doing this to trigger Bumbleflower. Sylvala now has flying from that.
I would put it on Queen because that's the disrespect.
Make that dumb rabbit fly.
I move to combat. Mrs. Bumbleflower is going to attack Tamsin.
What do you want to put that on just for the extra?
Oh yeah, so
Put it on Queen.
put it on Queen, then I'll put it on Queen.
And then end me with Queen.
Okay, everything else is going to attack Phizzi, which is...
You died a Queen. You died a Queen combat damage.
No!
A thing that I don't think has ever happened.
I died to Queen combat.
I did think about like, is there a way that we could all like shake hands at once, but I don't know if that works.
Classic, like,
Good game.
crack us out.
Great game.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you follow everyone on their socials if you guys want to go around and plug yourself one more time.
Yeah, Casual Compliance. You can find that basically everywhere at just Casual Compliance.
And I'm basically TamsinWood everywhere as well, mainly on Twitch, but bits and pieces.
And you, where can we find you?
PieByPie on every platform that most
people use.
Easy. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys follow, subscribe, I should say. We're on YouTube. Yeah, that one. And we'll see you back here at Midnight Manor soon. Bye.
Read your cards.